Nobody can make that change for you. It's got to come from you. Giving up isn't going to do anything for you. You owe it to yourself to keep going. So keep pushing forward. Don't give up. I know where you're coming from. That voice is hard to cut off, and I deal with it as well. But there's just something in me that keeps me going. You see, there will be days where I feel emotionally beaten, anxious as
Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Tazadot coming back with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the hope of the elect. I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth, and all truth to sincerity and diligence. All right, man, you seen the clips. And some of the things that he's saying on there, is true. But in fact, the things that he's saying, he's speaking it from an American standpoint. Like it starts with you and things like that, But we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua is the author and finisher of our faith. You see, he controls all events. He controls everything. You see, but still in the same breath, faith without works is dead. Okay, so I really don't have a title for this lesson. It's just that it just was on my spirit, man. Because in this thing of ours, this thing is a fight. This thing is a fight. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay. And then within this thing, man, you have to overcome yourself. You have to overcome yourself in this thing because Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Way Yahweh Shai is perfecting us to be the best versions of ourselves. And, in a sense, it do start with yourself, all right? Because, certain demons that plague you, you have to get rid of them, You have to want to get rid of these demons, man. You have to, petition the throne. Ask the Lord, like, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, I lack in this area. And whenever you go to him, he's going to put you through it, man. You see? That's why whenever you read James, the first chapter, James 1 and 2, it says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall in diverse temptations. All right, diverse temptations. It doesn't have to necessarily be dealing with another man's old lady. It don't necessarily have to be a type of food that you want. That's a temptation. Nah, it goes into, you yourself, also in that inner man, that you must, perfect, to put off that old man and wear that new man. All right. You see, the temptations with ourselves that we had off into the world, that you must get rid of in this walk of ours, man, because you become a new creature, So that's why the scripture says, count it all joy, man, right? Because the trying of your faith worketh patience within you, okay? But you got to also understand that through this, and it's not going to be long, but through the things that you're going through, all these temptations, the Lord is not going to allow you to be, taking more than you are able. Right? Let's see. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, there had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above all that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And that is a scripture that you must hold dear to you, because when you going through shit, you don't necessarily, when you going through shit, like when you coming into this thing, and and you don't, that scripture don't pop off in your head, like it's not until you've been through, you done been tried and you done been proved, you done been through things to where, you actually start wearing these scriptures. Because when you first come into this thing, you don't understand why things are happening to you, but it's for the Lord to prove you, man. And then you'll try to make you like, okay, this is the Lord doing this. But at the same time, your flesh don't like the situation that you in. You see? But that's when it comes in, that inner man knowing that, hey, look, man, the Lord not going to tempt me more than I am able to, more than I'm able. you know, and you have to wear that, which brings comfort, which brings confidence. It'll make you have control over yourself in a situation, because if you in a situation, in your mind is walking in faith, and you holding dear to these precepts, knowing that, hey, count it all joy when you fall in diverse temptation. The Lord not gonna tempt me more than I'm able. That creates a means of self-control. You see, Lord willing, this is making sense. All right. Because in order for you to perfect yourself, in order for you to perfect the things that you're going through, you know, you gotta be put through a fiery furnace. You got to be put through some adversity. You know, you got to be proved, man. You got to be, found worthy, these guys that join the army, these guys that join these football, boxing, they join any type of organization that, that goes out in the forefront to represent a team or something. They have to be tried. They have to be proved. They have to go through stuff. They have to, fail, in this thing, failing is a part of getting back up, man. The just man falleth 7 times and get back up. You see? Isaiah 48:10, it says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Right? So we're going to catch hell in this thing. We're going to go through some things, man. And listen, I'm going to say this too. Sometimes you can cry about it. You can, because in America, they'd be like, a man not supposed to cry. Look, shut that shit up, man. All right. But I'm not saying that you walk around crying and bitching about it. No, within your closet, within your 4 walls, you by yourself, you the only person that's going through your hell. Your hell is customized for you. Even though, we don't waddle in it. We don't sit up there and be it, in the woe is me spirit. Nah. You cry about it, you go, you talk to the Lord about it, and you get back up and you keep pushing, man. Hell, Yahweh Shah wept. That's what it means to say when it's, look, let's get some edification on it. Cause I don't want, look, this is John 11 and 35. It says, this is John 11:35. Yahweh Shah wept. Now let's go into that word wept. To weep, shed tears. So Yahweh Shah shed tears, man. We gonna shed tears in this thing. We in hell. We know who we are. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. When you know who you are, but you going through all of this shit, dealing with all different type of shit. Or your woman leaving you, or your job, or you trying to lose weight, or you trying to conquer this or conquer that. Look, we must be the best version of ourselves, man. Here it is. We can come out and preach and tell we got to walk by faith. This, that, and the third, Jacob's trouble. Yeah, man, but you got to get ready for Jacob's trouble. You got to be put through some shit down here to go through Jacob's trouble, because the persecution gonna be real. You see? This is 1 Peter 1:6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice though now for a season, if need be. Ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. Temptation, the shit that we go through on this side, because we in a society that is built for us to lose. Okay? That the trial of your faith being much more precious than gold that perish. Bro, having the faith and walking in faith in Jacob's trouble is going to be more precious than gold, bro. Okay, that's why the Lord say, I shall make a man more precious than gold through the faith that he have, man. Because that faith is going to come through adversity that you go through before we go through Jacob's trouble, man. And I'm talking to myself too right now, bro. Bro, we must conquer ourselves. Okay? It says, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearance of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. Okay? Because we being tried in the furnace of affliction. We being tried, bro. So you have to, that's going to come with, and some of the things that on the clip, whenever in the beginning clip, it's going to come with discipline. It's going to come with denying yourself. It's going to come with, losing. It's going to come with failing. It's going to come with getting back up. It's going to come with upset. It's going to come with things, unfortunate things happening, man. All right. But the Lord said, I never seen a righteous seed forsaken or begging for bread, man. He said, I am, matter of fact, and you have to give the Lord back his words, man. Let's go to Isaiah. And this is one of my favorite scriptures. This is Isaiah 42 and 1. No, it's like 43. It says, I'm going to start at 1. It says, but now thus said Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by name, thou art mine. And that's what that's going on right now. He called us by name. Why? Because we've woken up to ourselves in our land of captivity. And we're striving to be what? That found blameless and without spot, man. If you of the elect, there's no condemnation to those that are in Yahweh Shai, man. So if you of the elect, you will conquer these demons. You will overcome yourself. You will be the best version of you. But when you going through it, it don't feel like that, right? But the Lord is still dealing with you, To have that mindset, you gotta go through these dark tunnels, man. You gotta go through these through the fire, man. That's the only way I could put it. But this is what the Lord said. You got to go through hell and high waters. You ever heard that? Got to go through hell and high waters. And look what the Lord said in verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, right, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. So we're going to go through this because when you go to, like the Lord told us, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1, my son, if thou hast come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Because this ain't going to be easy, bro. In order to get to the broad, you got to go through the narrow. Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Because, the Christian church push out this doctrine as if though when you serving the Lord, everything's supposed to go good for you. Nah, man, you got to be proved to be part of this army, to be part of this, the tabernacle of David, man. You see, because the Lord is rising up kings, a nation of kings and priests. It says, and make not haste in the time of trouble, because that's what our flesh do. Our flesh want to get out of what we going through, but it's what you go through is what builds you. You see. Going through it is what makes you. Going through it is what makes you cold, makes you hard, it perfects you, bro. You see? Say you going through shit with the family, and say if that's a demon on you, your family, loving your family. All right, the Lord will have it to something where your family do something to you, to the fact that, well, listen, you're going to have to take a step back from them. And then the Lord will put the spirit on you to see that, look, man, I'm doing this for your good, And that'll strengthen you. It'll turn your heart cold to them, because in a sense, you got to think about it. We are. How can I say this? We are separate from the world. All right, the world gonna love his own. When it comes down to the world and the world gonna choose the world. Okay, it says whatsoever is brought up on Salaki. It says, verse 3, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought up on thee, take cheerfully and be patient with when thou art changed to a lower state. Whatever the Lord have, planned for you, or whatever it is that the Lord put you through, you got to go through it, bro. Even though it hurts, bro. It hurt big time. I'm telling you, it hurts, bro. It do. All right? But look, verse 5 will tell you why. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. So whatever it is, you got to take cheerfully and just, I'm going to tell you like this. I said it the other day. You got to lay down to the Lord, man. You just got to lay down. You got to lay down and keep pushing, man. Because when you read Job, when you go into Job, Job, the Lord put hell on Job just to show Satan that, listen, my man is solid. You know? Because look, when you read Job, the first chapter, everything that happened to him, man, you know, lost his kids, took everything from him, man. You see? And when you read chapter 2, look, and this is where, you know, the Lord did it just to prove a point that my man is solid. And hey, you know, you're going to find unrighteousness with the Most High? Negative. Look, it says, again, this is Job 2:1. It says, again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord, which goes to show you that Satan works for the Lord. Satan is just a left-handed angel for the Lord. It says, verse 2, it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the Most High and sheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou moves me against him to destroy him without a cause. You see? So the Lord did it just to show, listen, man, that my man is solid, man. You know? But see, in this time, we're going to go through things, and the Lord is going to give us what we need to come out of it. And I speak to myself too, you know, because ain't nobody going through Jacob's trouble not being tested. But what you go through now before game time is what's going to be, you know, what you going into Jacob's trouble with, man. Like I said, the Lord is the author and finisher of our faith, man. So when you tried with things and you going through things, you must hold fast to the word of the Lord. That to believe in the words, you must have faith. You gotta have faith that the Lord is gonna bring you through, man. But if you don't, then you're gonna be that man that failed and didn't get back up. You see? Because when things come up on you, you know, we tend to get in that woe is me spirit, you know. Job did, but then he had to get, like, his companions had to, like, listen, understand this. Check it out. This is Job 4, verse 2, and I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, will you be patient and let me say a word? For who could keep from speaking out? So he was like, listen, can I be real with you? This is Job's companion talking to him. You know, this is I forgot his name. Let me see. Basically, he was talking to him. He was talking to him, and he was like, listen, can I be real with you right quick? Verse 3, it says, in the past, you have encouraged many people. You have strengthened those who were weak. Your words have supported those who were failing. You encouraged those with shaky knees. So he was like, listen, man, you motivated all these people. You helped all these people with your words. You did it. And that's the same thing that we do. We go out, prophesy, tell people, hey, come with stories and dreams and, you know, and exhortations to strengthen the feeble knees through the spirit and power of the Lord. Look what he said, verse 5. He says, but now when trouble strikes you, lose heart. You are terrified when it touches you. Does not your reverence for the Most High gives you confidence? Does not your life of integrity gives you hope? So it's like, okay, so you do all of this. You teach everybody. You know, you go out and prophesy and you do all these things and you say all these things. But when you going through adversity, now you falling short. Now you weak and feeble. Now it's your turn to go through it, and you all broke it up. Nah, man, that's not us. You know, the fear of the Lord is our confidence, right? The fact that we've been living to the best of our ability is our hope, because the Lord said, whatever you ask in my name, I'm going to give it to you, as long as that you doing what's pleasing to my eyesight. 1 John 3:22. And then he also says in Matthew the 6th chapter, the 33rd verse, he said, hey, seek me first, and all these things shall be added unto you. So in the midst of your adversity, in the fire of affliction, you must seek the Lord first, no matter how bad it hurts. You know? And that doubt demon is a big, faith shaker. You have all the confidence in the world and seeing things, you feel like you got all the confidence in the world, but something happened, and then you get to doubting. Nah, man, the Lord say, look, man, we're not supposed to doubt. Doubt is a demon. The Lord hates doubt, man. You see? And we have to conquer. We gotta conquer the doubt demon, man. And I chose the boxing, because each time, each time, one guy knocked the other guy out. And to me, that's symbolic of, conquering that demon, bro. And that's what we want to get. We want to be able to conquer these demons, and that's what the scripture said. We're going to laugh at calamity. That's through what? Faith, no doubt, full assurance of confidence, man. You see? So with that, Lord, willing, this is edifying. Shalom.